Okay, so we're going to start today from a standing position at the front of your mat. So make your way forwards, bring your feet hip distance apart, spread out your toes, really ground down through the 3 points of your feet, 2 across the front and into your heels, lifting up your knees, drawing up your pelvis, your spine is reaching long, up out through the top of your head, shoulder blades coming down relaxed, relax your belly, breathing into that belly, feeling it expand and feeling it relax. And we're going to start today with a banana stretch. So clasp your hands together, bring them overhead, keeping that long line in your spine, in your body, grounding into your feet, and lift up out of your hips to the side. Keep breathing. And we're going to move to the other side. I'm going to do that one more time each side. Keep on breathing. Coming back to center, release, start rolling out your shoulders, lifting them up, drawing them down the back. Keep on breathing. Good, alright, one more shoulder roll. Draw it down the back, tuck your chin in, bend your knees and roll down towards the floor, forwards fold. Take a little breather here, maybe you want to rock backwards and forwards a little bit. Find that. Balance the grounding in your feet, find your weight. And then I want you to bring your left hand into the middle of your chest on the floor, bending your left knee, lengthening the right, lifting the right arm up to the sky. Twisted fold. Feel the weight in the first finger and the thumb, balancing out that hand. And then we'll repeat to the other side, so right hand down, right knee bent, left leg extended, left arm extended. Keep breathing. Good, alright, coming back to center. Roll on up one vertebrae at a time, stacking until you're standing up straight, and we'll start to roll out the shoulders again. Keep it moving. Circling them back. One more circle. Lift your arms up above head, clasping those hands together, stretching back out to one side. Maybe you want to look up to the ceiling. And to the other side. One more time each way. And coming back to center, drop those arms down, clasp your hands in front of you and start to roll out those wrists, circling the hands by pressing those palms together. So we're really pressing those hands together, releasing the wrists. Now let's see if you can press your palms forward, flexing your hands back. Maybe you want to press a little gently, a little bit on one hand, holding it with the other hand. So just find what feels good for you in your wrists and your hands, what needs to release, not pressing through any pain, just taking any movements you feel like you need. And then we're going to clasp the hands now behind the back. Press the palms together, draw the shoulder blades together, open out the chest. Again, find those toes pressing down, feet hip distance apart, breathing into that belly. And we're going down, so folding forwards, keeping that back extended until you can fold and relax, drawing the shoulder blades over the hands, over that head, dropping the head down, relaxing the neck, bending the knees, just releasing that hamstring. Good, alright, bring the hands down towards the floor or your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine, bring the hands to the shins, lengthen your legs. And then exhale, folding forwards, you can bend your knees. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Feel the head reaching away from the hips. Exhale, folding over. Keep breathing into that belly. Inhale, half lift, one last time. Exhale, folding over, plant the hands down, weight into the thumb and the first finger, step it back to high plank. You can lower the knees down or keep them off. We're bending down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upwards facing dog just for a moment. Drop the knees down, come on back to child's pose, pressing back onto those heels, exhale. And we're going to roll on up to tabletop. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to take cat-cow, but first relax those toes, give them a little wiggle. Make sure that you're releasing anything that you can, only using the muscles that you need. Alright, inhale, chest forwards, tailbone up. Exhale, curve on up, belly button reaching up through the spine. Inhale, reach it forwards. Feel the length from the head to the tailbone. Exhale, curve on up. So really as we're moving, so keep on reaching forwards and then curving up in your own breath. Like I said with the toes, find moments to relax. The general state is releasing, and we're only using the muscles to aid that release. One last time, curve it up. And back on that belly button reaching. Good. Alright, so we're going to extend the right leg out towards the side. Plant the foot down. Release the right arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Thread this hand through the space between your other hand and your knee. Bringing the shoulder blade down as low as you can. If you can balance here on that shoulder blade, release the supporting hand. Bring it around your back. Deep breaths. Again, feel the space in your spine, head reaching away from the hips. And bring that supporting hand back down. Unthread, reach back up to the sky, plant that hand back down, leg back in, repeat on the other side, left leg extended, plant the foot down, reach on up to the sky. Exhale, draw the hand through that space, threading the needle, shoulder blade coming down, maybe releasing this supporting arm, bringing it around the back in a bind. So taking any part of this thread the needle that you feel would benefit you most, that you feel you'd enjoy, and take that into your practice. Alright, unthread your needle, drop it back down, release back up to the sky, hand coming down, knee coming in, make sure those knees are hip distance apart again, and we're reaching the arms forwards. Coming into puppy pose, so inhale, exhale, dropping the chest through the shoulder blades, coming down towards the mat, sinking down in that chest, hips reaching up high. And we're going to take a few rolls here, so scoop up the belly, keep it moving, weight coming back over the arms, drop the tailbone up and release the chest down. So taking a few more of those waves, rolling forwards, curving the spine and then releasing the spine and sinking down. One last time and drop it down. Take a few breaths here. If you want, you can stay here, or we can come up to the fingertips and take a little sway side to side, really gently moving deeper into those shoulders. Good, plant the hands down, come back up to tabletop, tuck the toes, find high plank. Take a few little breaths here. Extending the belly to breathe in and contracting a little to breathe out. Alright, bend the knees, hips coming up high, downwards facing dog. And we're going to repeat those rolls into plank and then back into down dog. So scoop on up the belly, come up onto the toes, find high plank just for a moment. And then tailbone comes up, sit back into your down dog. You can extend the legs now if it feels good. Keep on rolling, coming forwards and dropping back. 2 more times. Move with your own breath. 1 more time. Good, looking forwards, walk, step or jump to the front of your mat. Toes together, big toes pressing together, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold on over. Bend the knees, squeeze those thighs together, sweep the fingertips along the mat, come on up, chair pose. Few breaths here, opening out that chest with the arms overhead. So take one last inhale, extending the chest, opening out a little more. And then exhale, folding back down. Lengthen the legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant those hands down, step it back to high plank. Keep exhaling as you lower down, elbows close. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Lifting up the right leg towards the sky, hips still parallel to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knee in towards the chest, coming forwards into a plank position, and then stepping the foot in between the hands, shuffling it so it's into that position, dropping the back heel down, lifting the arms up, warrior one, bending into the front knee. Keep breathing into the belly. Good, alright, tuck the back toes underneath and then sweep the right hand around the back towards the left thigh, reaching up with the left hand, twisted warrior. So we're keeping upright and we're just twisting that spine. Keep breathing. Good, alright, sweeping back around to the hips and now open to the long edge of the mat, back heel is down, warrior two. One breath. And then exhale, reaching back up and over to reverse warrior. So up, lengthening back over the lengthened left leg, feeling the side stretch. And now reaching the other way to extended side angle, reaching forwards, forearm to the thigh, or hand towards the floor on either side of the foot. Use these glutes at the back, tucking the tailbone under a little bit to keep the spine long. Keep breathing. Coming back upright, tuck those toes at the back underneath again, and we're going to release the upper back. So reaching the arms forwards, lifting the arms up, opening out the back. We'll do that 2 more times, keeping the front knee bent. Maybe you want to see you can drop down to those hips a little bit more. 1 more time. And opening down. Bring the left hand down beside the front foot. Reaching the front arm forwards if you've got room. And now we're going to lengthen up the knee of the front leg, coming onto the toes at the back, lifting the arm towards the sky, and then bending back down, deepening into the heel at the back. So we're going to do this a few more times. Lengthening up both legs and coming down. And find this circular motion with the arm if you've got space. If not, hold on to the shoulder and sweep that around. 1 more time. Really lifting up the hips to the sky. Bending down, both hands on the floor beside the front foot. Step it back to high plank. We'll take a flow and repeat all on the other side. So drop it down. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Good, alright, lift up the left leg. Exhale, tuck it in towards the chest. Plant the foot in between the hands. Back heel down, body up. Warrior one, open out the chest. See if you can bring the hands even a little bit behind you if you feel comfortable with them overhead. Alright, tuck the back toes underneath, left hand coming around the body to the right thigh at the back. Twisted warrior. Releasing that spine. Keep breathing and then drop that back heel down, hips opening, warrior two. 1 breath. Spread out the toes. Lengthen up and over to the back, reverse warrior. And coming forwards, reaching forwards, tucking that tailbone, squeezing the glutes at the back, coming down into extended side angle. Deep breath. Good, coming up, tuck the toes at the back, hips towards the front. We're taking that release in the upper back, opening out, and then reaching back forward. See how low you can draw your spine down, making sure you've got room in front of you, making adjustments if you don't. One last time, open it out, and then bring that right hand down beside the front foot. I'm going to shuffle a little bit further back for room. I'm going to lengthen the arm up towards the sky, lengthening both legs, coming up onto the toes of the back leg, and then sinking down, bending the front knee, sweeping the arm back forwards. Find this flow. Keep breathing. One last time. And bend the knee, plant the hands, step it back, high plank, lower it down. Inhale, upwards facing dog. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Coming forwards. One last time, high plank, and lowering all the way into your belly. From here, untuck your toes. And we're going to bring the hands underneath the forehead, one on top of each other. Have a little breath here just to settle in. And then we're going to start work on your back strength. So first of all, feel your head lengthening as far away as it can from your tailbone. So we've already worked on this lengthening awareness, but really take it in here. It'll really help with your back. And feel your toes pulling away, making sure your knees are parallel down to the floor, not turning out towards any sides. Then we're going to lift on up, keeping the hands where they are. We're going to take it over to one side, not crunching but lengthening outwards. And then to the other side. Arms coming in front. Bring the arms behind you. Lengthen the head away further from the toes, toes reaching further away. And then bring the hands back to the head. And we're going to do that 3 more times. Lengthening one side, lengthening around the other. Arms reaching forwards, lengthen them back. Head reaching away, hands coming back. One side, other side. Reaching forwards, lengthening round. Back to the head one last time. To a side, to the other side. Lengthening forwards, lengthening back. Coming on down, take a little breather here for a moment. Good, alright, bring the hands under the shoulder blades. We're going to lengthen up to cobra pose. And then we're going to curve on down. You can even bring the hands a little bit wider, try that out onto the fingertips maybe. Lengthening up, and then curving on down. Just as much as you can get up, just as high as your back wants to release right now. Enjoy that little range of movement. Keep on rolling through cobra pose. Plant those hands down and lift up as high as you can into cobra pose, opening out the chest. Or if you can't find this height, onto the elbows, reaching the chest through into Sphinx pose. One last breath. Press back into child's pose. Just a break for a second. Good, coming back forwards, come back onto your belly, reach your arms forwards, make sure you've got space to lift. I'm going to lift everything off 4 times. So again, feel the hands reaching away from the feet really reaching out, knees pressing down to the floor, head reaching out of the neck. Ready? And feel the hands pulling away from the toes, everything pulling away from center as you lift as high as you can. Exhale, drop it down. 3 more times, lift off. Exhale, lengthen it down. Only little movements if you can. Exhale, drop it down. One last time. Lengthen it down, clasp the hands behind your back. Leave your first fingers out, pointing down, reaching towards your feet, and we're going to repeat that with the arms here. So inhale, lift off. Maybe you can lift a little higher, drawing the shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Feel the head reaching away even as the shoulders pull down. 1 last time, lift off. Exhale, lower it down. Good. We're going to lift off and hold for a moment. Inhale. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. A few more. And lower it down. Alright. Bend those legs. Find the feet behind you. See if you can reach back. If you can't, that's alright. Keep squeezing the feet towards you. And lift everything off like this. So either reaching the feet up towards the sky, knees bent, or holding onto the feet, pulling your body back with your feet. If you can find the height here, maybe you want to hold the insides of your feet, lift up a little bit higher. Find a little rock. Maybe you can rock all the way back onto your thighs, opening out that chest. Deep breath. Holding up as high as you can in this variation, in any variation that you're in, for a few more breaths. And then rocking back down, release those legs, press back up to that child's pose, sitting on your heels, lengthening the arms long. Really pressing away into those heels to curve that base of the spine. And when you're ready, roll and sit on up. We're carrying on with just a few more little back bends. So coming into camel pose, we're reaching the hands back towards the base of that spine. Lifting up out of the chest, reaching back, lengthening up over your heels. If this is comfortable, reach back for those heels with the hands. Open the chest a little bit further. Really reaching the heart center up. If you've done it before, have a go at your king pigeon, bringing the arms up and then lengthening up out of the hips, reaching all the way back. Maybe finding the feet, bringing the head down. So this would be the full extension, but it's only an option wherever you are. Take that back bend. Keep breathing. One last breath. And come all the way up. Sit onto your heels. Tuck your chin in. Curve back into the spine. So we're curving into this kneeling posture. You can also come down to child's pose if that feels like what you need. Take a little sway side to side, release it all out. It's the last full back bend you're going to do. And let's come on up. Plant the hands down, step it back to high plank. Press it back to down dog. Curve out the spine even more. Really taking those deep breaths into the belly, spreading out the toes. Alright, coming forwards into high plank. Bend and twist to one side and sit back onto those feet. So we're twisting and bending, reaching back. Kind of like a twisted all the way around down dog. And reach it back, high plank. Twist to the other side, bend the knees, plant the feet, press back into those feet. So we're just releasing the spine from those back bends a little bit more, coming into high plank. Going back to the first side, twisting and pressing back. Again, high plank. Reach it back the other way. Take one more time each side. Press it back. Inhale, high plank. One last time. Press it back. Good. Alright, coming into high plank, press it back into down dog. Reach the front knee, the right knee, into the chest. Plant the foot in between the hands, lower the back knee down, low lunge. So we're moving towards the end of the class now, just releasing any of that tension that might have built up. And for back strength, for back flexibility, it's important to stretch as well. Releasing any tensions, anything that might be clenching up, keeping that supple quality. You can also reach the arms up towards the sky, sinking down further into those hips. And then we're going to plant the hands down, lengthen the front leg, pull the front hip back to meet the left hip, and folding forwards over this half split pose. Flexing the front foot, maybe circling it around to release any extra tension in that hamstring. Good, plant it back forwards, bending into the front leg, tuck the back toes underneath, step it back, downwards facing dog. I'm going to repeat that on the other side, so left knee in towards the chest. Plant it in between the hands, bring the back knee down. So we're making sure that the front ankle is further forward or directly underneath the front knee, not before it, not closer to you. And then if you want, reaching up the arms towards the sky, sinking down into those hips. Deep breaths, returning to that breath, returning to the grounding, those toes spreading out. Planting the hands down, lengthen the front leg, draw the front hip back, folding over the leg. Again, if you want to circle the ankle, feel free. Take any extra movements that you want, as always. And then we're bending back forwards. And we're pressing back to downwards facing dog. We're coming down onto our knees, tabletop position, untuck the toes. We're going to lift off the right leg, keeping the knee bent, circle into that hip by circling the knee. Keep it moving. One last circle, find center. Maybe you want to reach the hands a little bit further forwards, and then we're going to draw the leg forwards along the mat. Turn the foot out towards the side until you've got kind of an angle, and then we're going to sit down into pigeon pose. So you can have the foot kind of closer to you, or if you feel like you need a deeper stretch, if the foot closer to you isn't really doing anything for you, draw the foot further forward to make this L-shaped angle with your leg. Sitting on down, trying to bring those hips parallel to each other. The extended left hip further down as well. You can lift the arms up and sit here. If you need support, bring the hands down. So we're just going to stay upright with the body for a few breaths. Stretching out these glutes is really important for your back health. So you might feel this extra tight if you don't use this stretch or this type of stretch a lot. You might feel it in your back. And then we're going to bring the body down over that front leg, reaching the arms forwards or bringing the hands under the forehead, whatever feels better for you. Deepening the breath. Extending the belly as you breathe in. Relaxing, releasing as you exhale. Alright, plant those hands down. Tuck the back toes underneath. See if you can step back to down dog. Pressing away from the floor. Then coming down onto your hands and knees. Tabletop will repeat on the other side. So releasing the hip of the left leg. Circling to the hip, bending that knee, head reaching away from the hips. Almost to the end of the class now. Okay, bending the knee in towards the hands, planting that leg down. Opening the leg out, sitting on down into those hips. Finding your pigeon pose, maybe taking the foot a little bit further forwards into that L shape. And then lifting up with the body. Deep breaths. Coming down, reaching the arms forwards or holding your forehead, folding over that leg. Deep breaths, every exhale allowing yourself to sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. And coming back up with your body, this time staying where you're on the floor and just sweeping the front leg back, the back leg to the front to join the front leg. And we're lying all the way down, back to the floor, lifting the legs up to the sky. We're going to find happy baby. Hands reaching for the shins, the ankles, the feet, outsides of the feet, wherever feels best for you. Bending the knees towards the sides of your body. And taking a little bit of a rock as we lengthen and stretch into these inner thighs, hips, releasing the low back. Maybe you want to tuck your chin a little bit, lengthening that spine even more. So rocking out any last tensions in that spine. Deepening the breath, slowing down. Cooling down. Alright, bringing the feet back towards the floor, arms in a T shape. Give yourself a bit of room. Bring the right thigh over left, dropping the legs towards the left side, cross-legged spine twist, looking over opposite shoulder. A few breaths here. And coming back through center, uncrossing. Now crossing left over right. Lengthening the legs to the right side. Good, coming back to center, and we're lengthening both legs long, finding your final relaxation in Shavasana. So feet towards the corners of your mat, further than hip distance apart, palms facing up, hands, arms relaxed, a little bit of space between your arms and your body, chin tucked a little bit, lengthening your spine. Inhale into your belly, exhale, let everything go. Taking a moment of stillness, complete relaxation, letting go of everything in all your joints, in your belly. Only feeling the floor underneath you, letting the sounds around you pass in and out of your awareness. Feeling the light, maybe the warmth of your room, of your space. the air on your skin, connecting back in as we let go. And take a few moments in silence to yourself. Okay, so wiggling your fingers and toes, bring your knees into your chest. Roll over onto the right side of your body and then press, extend. Come on up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Taking a deep breath into your belly. And exhale, let it go. Have a look around. See what you can see in your room, in your space, colours, shapes. Feeling the floor underneath you, feeling your body as it maybe moves side to side. And bringing your hand to prayer position, heart center. Okay, so thank you for joining in this class today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time.